that. So a lot of cool things happening. I just showed you the Osteo Complete, this bone support. Talking about qualified health claims, anytime you have 500 milligrams of calcium or more, so we have it in here. You can basically say bone support. You can tell it increases bone density, mineral absorption, all these great things. And we're going to talk about this on Monday. So our Monday training call will be on Osteo Complete. We're going to explain to you guys everything to know about bone support, when you should be focused and why you should be focused about bone support at a younger age, what to do about it, how to supplement, how to eat, how to exercise, things that go into ensuring we have strong, dense bones. Because that without strong, dense bones, guys, we got nothing. Our mobility goes away, and then things kind of unravel. So, but right behind this bone support, so bone support early next week. Right behind that is the gummy. It's a CBD gummy. It's USDA certified organic. We talked about it last week. I said we had some just minor delays on reprinting the bags, and it is still on track. I checked in yesterday. We are still on track for September launch. So we're good on that front. But a lot of other things I'm going to highlight real quick, and I'll send it back to you, Ben. So we've got immunity. I talked to Ben a little bit about immunity. We're trying to figure out the best way to position immunity. We kind of like the idea of a stick pack, something where it's easy to travel with, to throw it in your water bottle, take it back. Of course, a lot of our supplements support the immune system, but it would be nice to be in that dedicated supplement. I was looking up the Emergen-C, which everybody kind of knows. I can't believe the ingredients in this thing. I mean, they're terrible. I mean, your fructose, maltodextrin, they've, of course, are using the silicon dioxide, just super unnecessary ingredients. And it's kind of crazy to see something like that that probably sells millions of units a year. And sure enough, it's a terrible product. I honestly wouldn't even take it. I never would. So immunity is cool. The parasite cleanse, the wormwood dosing is a little tricky. So I'm working on the parasite cleanse to finalize that, get that done and into production. Something new that came up on the household cleaner. I like the household cleaner. Obviously, you guys know I'm using our essential oil. I love it. The issue is on the disinfectant side, whether or not to include one, just trying to vet that out a little bit because there's a very potent disinfectant. I might keep it separate and figure out a way to incorporate that, but just stand by on that. I'm trying to work that out. A skin cleanser, we haven't talked about it in a while. We've got a lot of great stuff going on in skincare. We have the Whip Tallow Balm, which I use all the time. But really, more than that is our skincare routine that we have. We have a 4-product skincare pack. Amazing. I'll probably do another video on it just to show you how simple the routine is. So that I want to add to. I want to get a cleanser so you guys can do the cleanser and then go to the toner, then go to the serum, then go to the moisturizer. Kicking butt. All right, NAD. Everybody wants to know about NAD. You guys message me, email me, everybody. NMN and NR are precursors to NAD. I'm talking about using NAD plus and putting it in the sublingual film, just like our methylene blue. Of course, it won't stain the teeth or the mouth, and NAD is highly effective. If you guys don't know much about NAD, you should definitely check it out as a cofactor in many of our, just tons of our bodily functions. So coffee creamer, I've talked a lot about. That is in production. Serving size was the last thing I was working on. It's weird. It's tricky how you want to do it, and whether or not the flavor profile and all that. So working on that. Meal replacement, USDA certified organic. We decided we are going to stay with the single-use packets. I've got that coming. I just got to work out some final details. It is going to be USDA certified organic. I will never let that one go without it. And then here's something cool. The cortisol. We know cortisol is a stress hormone. A lot of people have heard about that, talk a lot about it. We talked about the blood test or the serum test or the saliva test, the things that we have, the options we have. So we can do a saliva cortisol. I haven't vetted this through the team yet, but saliva cortisol, easy to do. You can do a 4-spot or a single total, very inexpensive. And we'll also have a cortisol stress support supplement to go along with it. I think that's a great entry. Working on that, getting some details right now. It would be very easy to do, actually. So we're almost there. Lisa was yelling back to me this morning on the call about EPA DHA for children. Love that idea. They need it. Developing brains absolutely need it. Whereas our factor 4 is not super ideal for little kids. Large soft gels, kind of a lot to take. What do you think about men and women's hair? I know again, this falls into the immunity thing. Like we've got products that are great for hair, awesome for hair. But what if we just did a dedicated supplement that focused on men and women's hair? That's an option. Looked at that. And I talked about the parasite cleanse. Bam. A lot. There's a lot. So Ben, I mean, that's a bunch of stuff, but I want to make sure people know that this is not just for osteoporosis and old, brittle bones and old people. That's not the case at all. So make sure you join us on Monday, noon Eastern, please. We'll see you there.